Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat. If you're new here, I make gardening videos. I also do art videos in the fall winter time. One of the things I'm very excited about today is we're going to do a garden tour, and this time we have some brand new additions. If you've watched a couple of my older videos, you might see things and be like, what happened to all your cucumbers? Where are all the varieties? They died tragically. Rest in peace. Bless their heart. They died. I also killed our Easy Pick gold zucchinis, and that's like tragic too. And one of our green machine zucchinis died, but the other one's thriving, has flowers, has fruit, has a male and a female, hand pollinated today. We're doing the things. We are doing the things, but the cucumbers died. So I did direct sow some more. They are growing. They look much better. But we've learned a lot. May was, let's just say, very educational, but I've made a lot of mistakes, so I'll share a few of those with you. Mistake number one is determinate tomatoes should not be pruned the same way your indeterminate tomatoes are. So I made that mistake. Luckily, it was just early on, and then I realized from my mistake. I watched a video and they said, absolutely do not do this. And I was like, wow, I did that yesterday. Rule number two, do not plant your peppers out right after your last frost. So our last frost here, I think, was like April 22nd. And then I didn't even plant until the weekend after Mother's Day. And I still feel like we got some weird 40-degree night temperatures, and my peppers just didn't like it. And they just look kind of stunted. They really do. They look like they're having a hard time. And then the ones that I planted a few weeks later, because I've been like planting over the last month, they look a lot better. They're doing really, really well. So rule number two, wait on the peppers and maybe wait on the cucumbers and the zucchini. And I only say that because my zucchini, they all died. And I don't know if that was a weather issue or if it's because I disturbed their roots too much. And then my cucumbers, same thing, all of them. I had like 8 different varieties out there. And the only one that survived, and I think it's surviving out of spite, is a Space Master cucumber, which is great. But why? Like, why are you the only one living? And why did all the other ones die? I mean, they shriveled up and died. Like, just, I don't even know why that would happen. If you know why that would happen, I think it was either the weather or it was I disturbed their roots too much. But I did direct sow backups, which you guys will see in this video. Mistake number 3, I decapitated a couple of plants and I threw them out. But I did keep one of them as like a test just to see. And she's doing great. She looks like a cute little tomato tree. Like, she's just small and bushy, but she's putting on flowers. And I feel like I probably should have kept the rest. You know, if she's doing so well, I probably shouldn't have thrown out the ones that I decapitated. And I didn't mean to decapitate them. I think I stepped on them or something, or maybe I like pressed my hand on them and they just like snapped. I don't even know. I don't even know. It was chaotic times. You know, I think everything else has been going all right. I don't have any complaints. I wish I had more onions. I wish I started potatoes. The onions look great though. And next year we'll do potatoes for sure. I already ordered our seed garlic for fall. So we're doing seed garlic, or we're doing garlic next year too, which I'm really excited about. And I think I'm going to have an entire bed just of like garlic and onions. I think that's kind of the plan. I am also going to show you guys the seeds I got for this fall. I have a couple inside. We'll do a whole video on like the fall garden plan. I do not plan on using every one of these beds, just a couple. I will be putting a lot of them to rest. But yeah, I'll show you guys the seeds we have, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. Okay, so we're looking at seeds that I got. Now this is mostly like for fall, but not entirely for fall, because I can always plant this in the spring, but I do want to grow chamomile next year. So I have some chamomile here, and I really want to harvest that. So I think that'll be so much fun. But this fall, I have some emerald oak lettuce. I have some pak choy, which I really like. I like pak choy and I like bok choy. So I got pak choy. I have Detroit dark red beets. These are medium top beets. And then this is the bok choy. So I'm excited about that. I got a couple varieties of broccoli. So this is green sprouting Calabrese broccoli. And it says it's good for containers. So that's cool. That's good to know. And then this is Decicio broccoli. And then I also got purple broccoli that is on the way. And then, or is it purple cauliflower? Purple something. It's on the way. And I got Napa cabbage, which is on the way because I mentioned I really want to grow my own Napa cabbage and I really want to do my own kimchi with my daikon radishes. And I just think it will be so delicious. But then I also have some cilantro, some snowball Y cauliflower, some sugar snap peas, a gourmet blend of lettuce, and then dwarf blue kale. And then inside I have from previous purchases some dinosaur kale, which we will do as well. So that I think is going to be the gist of our fall planning. But I'll show you, I'll map out exactly where I want things, and then the seed garlic will come and we'll have that planted in the fall for next year's harvest. But yeah, very excited about that. We went thrifting today. So this I did not get at the thrift. Well, I'm going to call it antiquing. It wasn't really thrifting. Like, we went to this one antique shop and she wanted like $200 for baskets, which, like, do you, boo. But that is rich people baskets, and I am not rich people basket money girly. Okay, so I got this from Amazon. It's tiny. It's like really small. I didn't realize that it was like in centimeters, but it's super cute, so that's okay. And then I got this today at one of the antique shops, and I got this for $20. And this is a Longa burger basket, hand woven, 1983, and I don't know, it's just a basket, but it's a good size, and it was $20. So shout out to that guy. He also sold me a like family cookbook, which is super cute, that I'll show you guys inside, for $3. So shout out to him for that as well. And then we went into another antique shop and we got some tins for the kitchen. So I'll show you guys that, but I'm very excited. Yeah, so let's do the garden tour. I'm going to take a drink. I am drinking a cider. It is a strawberry apple cider, I think. So good. So, so good, guys. Okay, so going into the garden, we have our strawberry patch. Now, I do have this cover from Amazon, which I'm going to use for my brassicas as well, but it really just keeps the birds out, but the pollinators still have access. So you can see we have some berries growing, and my husband 3D printed these stands for me, and they just kind of keep your strawberries off the soil. I think straw does a really good job at like keeping things pretty dry and preventing backsplash, but I do think they've been helping a lot. Look at all those red strawberries we're getting. I'm so excited. That is also 3D printed from my husband. It's just a little strawberry sign. So super adorable. We have our sage over here, our Greek oregano. And like these patches of dirt you see, that's from my shoes. Because I like have to step in here to weed. Maybe we'll harvest these berries. I think they're ready. Let's see. See? I just step in here. Yeah, I think that one's ready. She's ready. You're not ready yet. You're ready. You're not quite ready yet. I'll let you ripen out a little bit. I think I see one back here. It's like a little treasure hunt. Oh, you're not quite ready yet either. You can kind of hang out. That's fine. When your harvest is only 3 strawberries, really makes this basket look large. So we'll harvest some sage too. Why not? No, not a lot for us in the garden right now, but still plenty. See, I just have to like step in here. Oh, don't want my cider spilling in my strawberries. Get some of you. Okay, now over here we have our peppers. So the peppers are exciting. So this is an Anaheim no, what are you? This is a Serrano pepper, which I got for free. I just planted her out. She was an itty bitty thing when I got her, so she's still itty bitty. This right here is a Cayenne Slim, one of the first peppers I planted. And then these are hot lemon drop banana peppers. And they're doing pretty good. No fruit yet, but definitely a lot of flowers. Then we have some carrots over here. So you can see those carrots. We also have fresh radishes growing that I just planted and some royal burgundy bush beans. We have more serrano peppers. So all these little ones are serranos. Then that is a cayenne. That's a cayenne. And this one has peppers on it. And look at her. So beautiful. Beautiful little peppers. That one also has a pepper on it. So the cayennes are putting on peppers. We have more royal burgundy bush beans. And then this daikon is looking so good. Some of these daikons look a little bit wimpy. More royal burgundy bush beans and then some more daikons. Over here is our purple beauty bell pepper. I planted these out after Mother's Day, and you can see they're just short little things, but they do have flowers. And they're supposed to get really big, at least their fruit is. I don't know how they will do, to be honest, guys, but it's okay. And then you can see some of the carrots are coming up pretty nicely. So that's exciting for us. The carrots were a doozy. I don't even know if I want to get into it. And then I planted more radishes along the border here. So this bed's one of my favorites. So I have these Mad Hatter peppers. So I have 3 of those. And then behind them are 2 sweet banana peppers. And I planted those after Mother's Day, and they're just wimpy little things. But then I have a 3D printed carrot patch sign, which I need to relocate because there's really no carrots right there anymore because I put those peppers down. So let's actually move that sign. And I think we can call this the carrot patch. Carrots. Yay. Okay. So then these are our 1015 onions. And they're starting to bulb. I think they look really good. But you guys tell me, what do you think? Do they look all right? We have some more carrots over here coming up slowly. We have teeny tiny little jalapeno pepper, which I planted out after Mother's Day. It's putting on flowers. It's just tiny. And so is our King of the North. So I think they're just stunted. This early jalapeno I put out like 2 weeks after that, and it looks great. This is a yellow bell pepper, and it looks great as well. These are our Spanish onions, which are bulbing up pretty nicely. So that's kind of cool. And then these back here are my Anaheim chili peppers, which I put out at the same time that I put out those 4 peppers. And they just look so much better. So maybe it's the variety and it was okay with the lower temperatures, but I don't know. There are dahlias that were pre-established when I bought them, but I had to give them a really good haircut because they had frostbite. And look how beautiful this one is. These ones were beautiful, but it's starting to die back. I need to come out here and actually like trim where I've just been plucking off their buds. But look how thick that dahlia is. That one's looking thick. Back here we have radishes, which are growing up nicely. So that's exciting. And then we have some basil, which we'll actually take some basil today. We have some purple ruffle basil over here that we'll pinch and we'll grab. And then I just pinched these basils, so I'm not going to pinch them again. In this bed, we have orange bell peppers, and they're already starting to put on their bells, so that's exciting. We have another orange bell pepper over here, another one here, another one there, and this is a gypsy sweet pepper. And look at her. That's so exciting. We have our purple ruffles basil, some more radishes, and then right here we have our serrano peppers. Now in the back I have black crim tomatoes. So like these flowers are dying back, so I think this one will put on fruit first, but they all have flowers. Then I have a patio tomato right here that has flowers. I have a patio tomato right here that has flowers. And then back here I have black cherry tomatoes that all have flowers. And yeah, so I can't wait to get some tomatoes. Now if I come over here, I have our bean patch. So these are Blue Lake and Royal Burgundy beans, all in different stages of life. And then I have our cucumber patch, which I direct sowed, and these are all Boston pickling cucumbers. And you can see some are doing better than others. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. Some new additions are these petunias. So I think those are beautiful. This is a Super Bell yellow chiffon, which is like super cute. And then our beefsteak tomato already has tomatoes, and they're looking great and big and beefy, and it's got more flowers, so hopefully we'll get more tomatoes. And then I did just plant some more basil in here, so you can see like the little basil seedlings. I also have our Roma tomatoes right here. So I did prune this one as if it was an indeterminate tomato, but it looks like it's kind of bushing out again. So I don't think I'll get any loss out of that. This Roma tomato got the same pruning, and unfortunately it did have a nutrient deficiency for a while, but I think she's bouncing back. She has flowers, she's green, she looks beautiful, she's putting on new limbs, so I think she's doing all right. This Easy Wave yellow petunia is a new addition, and so is this yellow chiffon. I just thought we needed more flowers for the pollinators. This is a Royal Burgundy bush bean. I had really weird, I don't know why my beans came up in like weird places, but like these are all really tight together. And then this one's just like kind of random, and it's doing good, and it's got a cucumber behind it. And that cucumber is doing good. So don't ask me why, I don't know. pretty sure that's a pole bean. And then on the other side of that cucumber, I think that's also a pole bean. Yes, so lots of changes in this bed for sure. And harvest some dill. I'm going to do some pickling today with some carrots, so we'll harvest quite a bit. If there's a specific way I'm supposed to harvest this dill, please let me know. It smells amazing. It smells very dilly. But yeah, I'm going to pickle carrots today, or maybe tomorrow, probably today. And I think I'll video that. I'm a little shy about videoing me in the kitchen because it's kind of a new hobby of me. Hobby for me. My husband usually does all the cooking. He's an amazing cook, but I've been trying to get better at it. Okay, so over here, and this will get thinned out, but we have our pumpkin patch. So we have whole beans on this side, and then like she's got to go. She's not supposed to be there. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pole beans. This is a mini pumpkin. These are also mini pumpkins. They need to go. I'm gonna let this one slide. I'll let this one slide. We'll just see how those do. Something's been munching on my pole beans. These are jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, and only one will survive, but I'm waiting to see which one does better. This, I believe, is a green machine zucchini that I transplanted, or it's a yellow squash that I transplanted over here from another bed. Let me take you guys over here to our previously decapitated tomato. So this was a little nub, and now it's like a little shrub, like a tomato shrub with flowers. A tomato shrub with flowers. So, love her. She's probably my favorite in the garden. This is also one of my favorites. She's super beautiful. She is a super tunia latte, I think, and she's just stunning and gorgeous, and I hope she attracts pollinators. This is a brandywine tomato, which has a couple flowers. Then we have an Amish paste tomato, which you can see those flowers, and a Big Mama, which you can see her flowers. Then we have the night sky petunia, some green or Space Master cucumbers. So I direct sowed these. That's a bean. These are all cucumbers I direct sowed. This one was a transplant, the only transplant that survived. She has flowers. I think you can see the flower in there. And I'm very excited about it. So you go, girl. And that's a bean. I think as I was planting the Space Master cucumbers, I had the bean packet with me, and it just kind of spilled out in random places. And then I have some Bib lettuce growing over here. I don't know how those will do because the corner or the ends really dry out, but whatever. Kind of over it. This is our super sweet 100 cherry tomatoes, and they're doing really good, getting really tall and bushy. I should probably get rid of that leader, but I don't want to. Lots of flowers, looking real beautiful. Love it. Another one of our petunias. Gorgeous. More bush beans because, of course, we're going to harvest some variegated sage. When in doubt, herbs will let you harvest. If you don't have anything else, you can at least harvest herbs. I wish I had more basil, but I've been coming out here and every time I check the garden, I snag a piece of basil and I just eat it. Is that weird? Is eating raw basil weird? It's a really good snack. It's like spicy. I don't know. I really like it. And this is beautiful. little spicy. You know what? That might be good with my pickles. So here I have Easy Pick Gold 2 zucchini. They all died. So these are direct sown seeds of yellow zucchini. So I just left that tag so I know that these are the yellow zucchini. Except for this. I have no idea what that is. And then look, I have my zucchini here that has a female and a male flower. Now I hand pollinated her, but I don't know if it was too late. I don't really know how that works. But this is the only green machine zucchini that survived. And I think it's doing really, really well. And you can see we have more zooks coming up. So that's exciting. And then that is also a green machine zucchini that I direct sowed. So fingers crossed that works. And then we have more radishes, rhubarb that I'm growing for my husband, which won't be ready until next year. Tons of radishes, and then 2 Italian iced tomatoes, and more lettuce. Or these are flowers. I don't remember. So that's the garden, guys. I think the garden's doing really well. But you tell me, is she doing all right? I don't know. Should I harvest this little radish? I was eating on the radishes that I harvested earlier. They were tiny little things. This one's coming up. I'm going to give the radishes some time because I think I'll be able to get a couple. But yeah, things are slow right now. But I'm not worried because I see flowers, I see fruit. And by the end of this month, middle of next month, we will be harvesting up a storm. I just know it.
The rest of this video is just doing some garden chores. So some of my tomatoes needed additional support, so I took some twine and was tying them up. I also admired my cute little harvest, and I gave my sweet Alyssium a haircut. They started to go to seed, and I was hoping this would produce more flowers. I also tied up and gave more support to my indeterminate tomatoes, as well as pruned off some leaves and some suckers to provide more airflow. I'm trying to stay ahead of this before summer hits.
Oh my gosh, there is 2 tomatoes on this one already budding. Wow, you're incredible. You're an incredible plant, and I'm so proud of you. Okay, how do I get you guys trellised without like squeezing you a little too tight? Wow, that's so amazing. I probably should have done this before the harvesting, but whatever. You guys saw the harvest. It was like a baby harvest. It was fine. It was a good harvest. It is a message of what is to come. You know, like I'm just going to keep doing my thing and things are just going to get better and better every day. It's just how I look at life. Just a minute. Am I crazy? Or do you also see cherry tomatoes growing? Yes, ma'am. I see them. Do you see them? Wow. Stop touching them. You're going to break them. You're going to hurt them. Stop doing it. You know what? Let me kind of just yank you over here. Get you going in this direction. Give you guys some more space. Now, if you want little cherry tomatoes, would you leave all the suckers and none of the leaves? And then if you want big cherry tomatoes, would you leave only the leaves and barely any of the suckers? How does that work? I put the blueberries, and I think they look really nice over here. They're also a lot closer to the water, so that's awesome. And then our chocolate mint is doing really well. And I like it as a border plant. If it gets big and bushy, that's cool. That's kind of the idea. I want it to get huge, take over. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope you keep watching. If you have any tips and tricks from the garden, leave them in the comments below. This is, like I said, my first year doing a garden like this and not growing in pots. And honestly, every time I have grown, everything has died. And I've only gotten like a couple of peppers or maybe like a tomato. So I'm very excited with the progress of everything, and look how beautiful the birds are. But leave your comments, your tips, your tricks, everything that you got for me in the comments below, and I'll definitely respond. Okay, bye. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.